And moving on to Avid, the Avid NEXIS Edge post-production solution empowers video editors to work concurrently on the same media content, sharing metadata and media on Avid NEXIS from anywhere. Project and bin metadata can be shared by editors, and content can be automatically converted to lightweight streaming formats. Philip, what do you think are the benefits of this release?
So, it was interesting to see that during the early portions of the pandemic, everything was got to move to the cloud. Everything's got to be in the cloud. We can do everything in the cloud. This takes a slightly different tact. Same concept that you can be anywhere to edit, but they're now building it into their system to allow that remote editing to happen as transparent as possible within the system. I think they have a greater advantage when they have a huge installed base of the systems, of the Avid systems. And then they having had people now working remotely for a year or two who've become a little more used to it, that I think they're going to see a pretty big adoption amongst their user base. They've given them a solution instead of a piecemealed solution, which is a little bit of AWS or a little bit of Azure and somebody else's intermediary software. They've sort of given the end customer a solution within an environment they're used to.
And do you think this would have come as quickly if it wasn't for the pandemic and the sort of issues that a lot of broadcasters experienced at the time?
Yeah, I think that obviously the pandemic's driven a lot of this remote production use case. And there was if it had only been a month or two, we wouldn't have seen it as pick up as quickly. The fact that it was a very long drawn out time frame, it gave developers a better understanding of what their customers needed, or corporations better understanding what their customers needed. So I think it has developed quicker because of this. That being said, there could potentially be a boomerang effect in that people like to interact with other people. We've figured out the technology for the creative side. We haven't really come up with really good technology for the interactive. A Zoom meeting to discuss things is not as good as being in a room with a whiteboard to discuss things. So there's still some hurdles that need to be done, but I think we've fixed one of the small pieces.